Well, welcome to this week's Divine Masculine reading. I hope you're all doing. Let's see how it ends up for Divine Masculine. Now, Mercury is going direct, and Mars is going direct, and you feel that in the energy. You feel it in the energy. There he is. In his mind space, the Syrian and missionaries dream the new earth. The now for an take now time now for a magical life. So that is for the Divine Masculine. It is time for a magical life. Get out of karmic situations into a higher reality, into the consciousness, and it's the new earth builder, and the new earth builders are coming from the heart. They're not coming from the mind, they're coming from the heart space. And he is connecting with his light families. It could be that you are an ambassador here on this earthly plane. And when you are an ambassador to create that new reality, then yeah, I still feel the energy of Mercury retrograde, but that will be okay. So sometimes the connection goes in and out. So that's why you go offline, come back in line, and all that stuff. Energies can also have an intrusion on the. When I notice when there are a lot of spirits around me, so that's what, and that's all cause of the energies of missionaries, and that's where he is with his mind space. In the geometry, the light codes, the downloads he gets. That's what he is. He says, I'm going to that higher frequency. A lot of men are changing, and the Divine Masculine is changing, because I had a conversation a few days ago with my Divine Masculine, that he wanted to get out of the third dimensional realm, but doesn't know how to break through that higher realm. And it really means that, it is this kind of way that he has to let go of the ego. And the ego death for Divine Masculine is pretty intense, because most men are ruled by the sun, the masculine energy, and then letting go of that connection and totally go to the heart space, and just be silent there. Also between him and the Divine Feminine, I see and I hear that there is a lot of laughter and joy and communication between the Divine Feminine in silence. They're having a lot of fun together, just and it's really, really beautiful, because I feel this chemistry, that energy between them, and the inner child of both of them comes up. So that's really, really beautiful, and they just start giggling, and they want to do their work serious, but it's not able to, because the inner child takes over as we going into Imbolc. Imbolc is the inner child, is the playfulness, is the innocence, is the way of um, releasing and just be joyful. The child that get restricted all the time is not able to feel joy. But that whole paradigm needs to shift, so you will get into that joy energy, because it's an energy. Love is an energy. It's in fact, that's really weird to say that, but in fact love is a being, and consciousness being. It's source, it's God, it's goddess. So if you see it as energy is transferred into in a conscious being and conscious energy that you can tap into and get back into your system and your body, there is a lot of joy to gain from that. Because I see that joy, I see that harmony, I see that, and I see that in inner peace between the divine masculine and divine feminine. So also, what else I hear? Teachings. They teach each other. They teach each other. Oh, okay. It could be that there is a little bit of a pause between the masculine and the feminine energy. Okay, and I hear your energy with your divine feminine needs to be clear and clean. And that means no interference of mothers. You know, you're a grown-up man. That means you have your own thoughts, you have your own frequency, and you can say, I'm not listening to this, because it's an old paradigm program, what they still do in your life to control a situation. It doesn't mean she wants to control you, but it's a system that controls behind it. So, if you can't deal with this, then you need to keep your relationship with you and you only clear, but also with your divine feminine. If your mother or and other people are talking bad about your divine feminine, the first thing you need to do is clear that out and say no. That's a relationship between me and my divine feminine. That has nothing to do with you. And that's how interference starts. That's how third parties start. So if you keep that clear for yourself, and the emissionaries, that light and that energy from the higher source will help you with it. So it's always keep your energy clear from third parties. Whatever you do, if it is with your divine feminine, if it's in a friendship, if it's in something else, if it's with your children, don't talk about someone else about your children, because you create an interference. And as long as that interference is gone and you keep it clean between your divine masculine and the divine feminine, then you will have a successful relationship. But don't let anyone interfere. A father figure, a mother figure, sisters, brothers, keep it clear. Because you made a choice to be with your divine feminine. And if you want to integrate in the family, that's perfectly fine. That's not an issue. But as soon as they start to talk in a negative way, then you need to clear it out and need to be clear, you know. It's about protecting. What a divine masculine does is protecting his divine feminine in all times. It's not if as soon as she feels there is no protection from the divine masculine, she's out because she doesn't feel safe. Okay? In all times he needs to back her. He back her up. Okay, in his heart space, the indigo child. Inspire, heart connection and heart dialogue. Action, passion and community. So the divine masculine knows he's an indigo child. He knows that that he was different than other children. And that indigo child, that's still there, that energy is still there. And the inner indigo child has no boundaries, you know? It's very playful, it is curious about things, how things work. You know, if you have, for example, a clock, and they want to know how the clock works, so they tear it all apart, and then you, as an adult, you probably would see it as damaging or demolishing things, but it's the way of the inner child to want to know how things work and how to get it back in place. So that's what is going on for the indigo child. But he also and she also has a lot of laughter and joy in their life, you know, and that's what they create, because they have a dialogue with themselves, and they have a dialogue from the heart and with source. And I see also, you know, he is taking action on all these inner child energies that come up. He is taking action on it, and he is passionate. He is passionate about his healing, about his work, about his everything. He has a passion for and a heartbeat for that makes his heart beat faster. He is going to act on it. So if he has a feeling that, okay, I really miss this, you know, and if it's a separation or a connection or a work related, or maybe a very old long dream that he had, and now he's taking action on it. So he is he's taking action on his passions. That's what I see. And I hear it's time to get into your community. It's time to discover your family or discover your community. Don't get stuck in the energies that were intense. You know, we're going slowly more to the light, and you already notice this, you know. The light is getting earlier, you know, or it's longer light, let's say it like that. It's earlier light, so we feel that change already. So go with that energy, so you have more time for yourself to do things in the daytime that really needed to be done. What you know, if it's dark at 4 o'clock, you know, you can come home, but when it's dark, you know, and you can't see anything, it's more difficult to work on your on your garden, or to work on your car, or to work on something else what you already needed to do. So now it's time to take action. This week is time to take action. So, and he has a dialogue with his inner child and his inner feeling of his heart space. So he's talking to source. He's talking to the energies, his higher self, and that's what he's going to do. What is the higher self saying towards the divine masculine? You need to nurture yourself. So nurture yourself, and maybe you need to take a little bit more rest in between. So if you are, for instance, at work, and you have a long day ahead, and you only take one break, that's not enough. You need to take multiple breaks in between to restore yourself, but also to listen to the signs that you get. You know, maybe you get signs from nature, and maybe you get shamanic signs, you know, that nature is coming towards you, and that the eagle is giving you a sign, or that the trees are talking to you. Listen to it, and take, if you're outside during a break or whatever, go and sit against the tree or hold that tree, you know, just to rejuvenate and connect with nature for that moment. And because sometimes when you're going, your energy gets depleted, or the only thing what you can do, and now I see the energy from the divine masculine. It's dancing, movement, walking, jumping, and as soon as I see it, and I say it, I see the divine masculine jumping and dancing and doing silly to raise his vibration. So that's really, really important for the divine masculine at the time, to get a little bit more energy into his body, and after that restore. You know, if it's still too dark to do the things outside, take time to restore and sleep. Feel it into your body. Okay, how does he see his divine feminine? Know yourself. You need to meditate more, he says to the divine feminine, or he sees that she knows herself, and she knows how she reacts on things, and she knows who she is. The veil is lifting and the veil is opening, and that means it means that the divine masculine knows himself, and he knows his divine feminine, and they're reacting exactly the same, because they are their mirrors. And I hear, you know, if there's something that you need to talk about it. If you deny, if you're in denial of what you want to say, if you deny the truth, okay, what do you say? If you deny the truth, you deny love. You alienate love from your system. If you deny the truth, if it's denying the truth to yourself, if they're denying the truth to someone else, then you abandon love from source. Holy moly, what a beautiful one. If you reject love, what was it? Well, you can watch it back, I hear. That's with the channeling. Sometimes when you channel things, you can't repeat it. This one was, I want to try again because I don't want to give up. Um, if you deny the truth, you abandon love, and you're in separation from source. So if you're not telling the truth about what your feelings are, then you create separation. Wow. What a header. Yep, exactly. And then don't feel, because after that sadness will come in, and that sadness is your learning point. If you don't learn, if you reject yourself and deny love from yourself, you're denied the connection with God to come in. And there are different questions you can ask yourself to move through those stages. Move through the stages of the connection with your divine masculine. So if you are in separation and you don't know how to get back to your divine masculine and how to connect with him again, I would say, book your session with me, and I can help you through. So I can help you through those processes and through those questions, and where are in what kind of situations are you not honest to yourself? Are you denying yourself from truth? Are you denying yourself from source? And you don't allow love from source to come in, because it's just then this energy field that gets separated, because there's nothing in between, because it's divine feminine, divine masculine, and it's source, right? Wow, beautiful. So this is about knowing what your blocks are, and most of the time you realize that there are blocks after a separation. After that separation, if there's no communication and you separate yourself from source, you separate yourself from your divine masculine or your divine feminine, because it goes both ways, then it's possible that that you get disconnected from each other, and there's nothing to talk about. Experience is where how he sees that she is connected to the Arcturians. That is his that will support him. pure white light, DNA healing, and sacred geometry. So know that all these energies will help you to change your DNA, change your program, change everything that is stuck within you. If you have problem with communicating with your divine feminine and or connecting with her, and you know what your blocks are, you know, ask the experience for healing on it. So, and everything is coming more in your heart space, and your heart space starts to open, you know, then you also, the sacred geometry will help you. The sacred geometry in your body, the sacred geometry what you see, the sacred geometry what you see in nature, everything will help you to restore, and everything will help you to heal. Okay? So that will support him. Okay. What is his higher self saying about the relationship between the divine masculine and the divine feminine? I feel an interference of an energy, so just get that out of the way. Lemurian guide. Beautiful. Lemurian guide. He knows she's a sister, a friend, a teacher of the infinite and the universal love. So the divine masculine knows that she is a sister, a friend, a teacher of infinite wisdom and universal love. So the Lemurian energy is connected with her. He is connected with those energies. And that's what he sees, that's what his higher self sees. His higher self connecting with her energy, connecting with the infinite energy of her knowledge and her love. So that's what the divine masculine sees about the divine feminine, but that's from his higher self. That's not from his ego mind. His higher self knows this. His higher self is connecting with that. Okay? And he knows that she carried the codes of Lemuria. That's interesting. Very interesting, because now I get all kind of visions again from the Lemurian timeline. I hear when there is separation, doesn't mean the connection isn't there. So the connection is definitely there between the masculine and the feminine. So when you're physical in separation, it doesn't mean that that your energetical bodies are separated. It could be that they're still together, unless you cut the cords and clear yourself and get all the energies out from that person. Okay? So how does the divine masculine sees the relationship with the divine feminine? Wow. resolution, the triangle, the light of source, connecting with the earth. All timelines are collapsing. He gets insight, higher self-embodiment and expression. So that is how he sees the relationship with the Divine Feminine. That they're not able to communicate, but just, you know, connect. Sometimes you can communicate about things, and sometimes there is just silence. And when I go in that silent space again, I feel that laughter and the joy and the happiness again, you know, what is going to be there between the Divine Masculine and the Feminine. Because it is so silly, I hear. It is so silly, you know. And Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine got their insights. They have both a higher self-embodiment, and they both have unique expressions. And that's it, right? They both have unique expressions. And it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It just means that when there is that divine expression, they don't understand or get each other. And when they're silent, then everything, you know, comes out in the open. So that's really, really beautiful. So that is what the Divine Masculine sees with the Divine Feminine. That's Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and its source. Or because I got offline, they just happen sometimes. Well, guys, and if you the description box below, and there you find my contact, and I will see you later. Bye bye.